All right, so in like 30 minutes. I gotta make sure. 6:24.
Oh, it's recording?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Are we gonna do this or what?
Let's do it.
Okay. I don't know, I'm nervous. Like the first one, I was super nervous to do. I don't know why. And now I'm nervous again. It's been
Because I mean, this is like
it's been a while.
Fresh start.
It is. I'm glad we're doing it again. Yeah. Okay. Ready. And a 1 and a 2 and a 3. Woo! Welcome back. Finally, we are back. But this time we are back as the Hero Podcast. Woo! And then we're Phillip again. Except Phillip's gonna be on this every time because I asked him to be the host, pretty much. We are now partnering to do the podcast instead of me just doing it by myself every time because I realized it was way too freaking hard. And who else to do it with than my own best friend? So now we out here doing it. How are you, bro? Good?
Doing good, man.
Good.
Yeah, I went to Sam's today after work to get my tires balanced and rotated, and they couldn't do it for me. They have like
really?
This,
what the heck?
They have like this measuring thing that measures the thickness of your tire tread, and mine was at a 2, so they couldn't patch the holes that are in my tires. Well, that they couldn't take out the 2.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I'm just gonna do that myself at the house because I'm not paying for some new tires. I was like, how many miles do you think it has left? He was like, like 10 to 20,000 miles. I was like, y'all can't
on the tires?
Yeah, and I was like, and they won't let you guys patch it. I was like, come on, get out of here. I don't know.
Be riding those tires, bro.
Yeah.
All right. So, well, I guess we can. Well, first, let me say why I kind of, other than I changed the name and stuff like that too. Originally, when I was like, I want to do a podcast and stuff, I decided that I want to. The original name I wanted to stick with was Hero, and everything further along, anything I do, I want that to be the part of the name. Only because I feel like it. I don't know. I feel like it weighed heavy on my heart only, and in a lot of things in my life, because I look back and everything I associate myself with was cartoons and superheroes and non-superheroes, just people. Because cartoons, everyone, there's like a protagonist. He's always like a superhero.
I remember for a while you were like a Batman.
Yeah, literally. And then now as an adult, as I think about as I reflect on who's been a hero for me in my life, I can. I eventually want to do that for my child as well, because those guys have been essential in my life, and I hope I can do that for other people. And then, my kid coming soon too. So I wanted to change the name to originally what I wanted to do. I was a little embarrassed of it at first, even though I told people about it, and they were like, "Heck yeah!" And I had like reasons why I had it. Like I didn't just. I'm like, "Oh, I'm just gonna do this." Like I had perfect reasons for it. There's still like a little level of cheesiness to it. I was like, I don't know. And then I realized I'm a cheesy dude, so I don't really care anymore. so I just, I'm gonna stick to it. What originally was on my heart for it, and now we're here. And originally too, I wanted to have you on too, like just you, me, do it. And then now we're here.
I remember you asked me. You were like, "Would you be interested in it?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'll do a couple of podcasts." And then like. You could see you were like a little more than just 1 or 2, but okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't mind doing all the podcasts. It's fun.
It's fun. Yeah, I enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoy it too while we're doing it. Here we go. We take it on. First episode back. We're gonna go a little big here. We're gonna talk about some crazy stuff right now. Shout out my boy Adrian. He brought the idea up to me, and I was like, "Oh yeah, we should do that."
This sounds like Adrian.
This is very much an Adrian thing. He brought it up.
Should have had Adrian on so he could talk about.
No, that's too crazy.
It would have been entertaining.
I'll have to bleep out all the words that you say. Too crazy, bro. We'd be canceled first episode back.
You sound like the Morse codes.
It'd be sounding like radio stations trying to play rap music.
Yeah.
But you can't even hear it because they're cursing all the time. Oh, pisses me off. But yeah, we're gonna do a conspiracy episode. I never actually ever I don't think really talked about this with anybody because I don't ever really have an opinion because I don't really care to an extent.
Same. I kind of don't care to an extent, but it's still like interesting.
It's interesting, and when I listen to it, I'm like, yeah, I'm all in. When other people talk about it, I'm like all in on this.
Nah, what sucks is that whenever you get somebody tells you like they're a conspiracy that they're like looking into and stuff, and they bring all the facts, and you're like, oh shoot, yeah. And then you bring in those same facts to somebody else, and you're like, yeah, no, but this and this.
Yeah.
And then they hit you with counterfacts, and you're like, oh, I feel a little silly for believing this
exactly.
now.
Yeah, I think I've always been good of having my own thing. Like I don't let what other people say really affect my own opinion. I'll take information. If they're right, then I'll be like, yeah, okay, I'll adjust to it and stuff like that. Because we're gonna talk about, but we can actually bring it up. The first one, probably the biggest one out there, are aliens real? Because I had an opinion a few years ago. Yeah, growing up, I never really cared, so I never think about it. I think there went like a 5-year span where I'm like, okay, you know what? This is my opinion. And like just recently, I'm like, nah, no way. I changed my mind for no other reason really than, let's just get started on it. Yeah. Do you believe aliens are real?
Like right now,
do you think there's an alien?
I wouldn't feel comfortable telling people like, yes, aliens are real.
Is there an alien on Earth right now?
An alien,
because that's a big thing
right now.
You know, Area 51. There's like UFOs. There's like ship sightings, and stuff like that.
So I've seen a lot of Bob Lazar videos and stuff, and all that like crazy stuff. And I don't know. I really don't. I feel like no, up until like I see the proof, like, and I physically see it. I don't think they're here.
Okay, but you think they exist?
I believe there's a possibility that they exist.
Yeah.
That, yes.
Okay. I'm saying no.
I knew it.
Yeah. So for a few years, was like, the universe is so big. There is no freaking way that we are the only living beings out there. Yeah. In this whole universe. And now I'm like, nah, we are. Like, like a few things. First, I believe God, not to be like so religious and stuff, but like I believe God created the universe. There's just nothing biblically like pointing to that there's other beings around there and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then just like if because people are so big on that, it's here right now. They're here right now on Earth. Yeah. And I'm just like, they're not, because like with every piece of technology, especially nowadays, we would be able to see if there's something like,
you have a phone with freaking 100x zoom and stuff.
By now we would be able to see things, like in like ships and stuff. Every time they leak like footage of like ships, and they're like, whoa, what is that? They're like, it's blurry as heck. Exactly. I'm just like, there's no way by now we can't have like clear concrete proof and stuff like that. I think the entertainment industry
hypes it up.
Just created aliens. Oh, okay, they just so people, they went and saw a movie or something or a book or something, and people are like, oh, you know what, this could be a thing, aliens, and they went along with it, and you know what, the governments are going along with it. Here goes the more the governments are going along with it, and they're trolling you fools. And if I'm wrong, forgive me for calling you guys fools. I'm the fool. They're trolling us, bro. I think they just like, let's make this little video kind of thing, and let's put it out there and see how crazy they react. Yeah, let's make it seem like Area 51 is where all the supernatural stuff, extraterrestrial stuff is out there. And I'm just like, nah, that's just a military base over there kind of thing. Yeah. Like that's what I think, bro.
Like they're just testing.
Yes, they just like
technology that we actually have.
Bro, it's like clickbait, like for YouTubers and stuff. Like they're clickbaiting you guys.
Or they're probably just blaming it on aliens and like it's actual stuff that they're inventing. Like and they just don't want our things leaked.
Yeah, maybe.
Our things of war. It could be that too.
True.
I don't know, but the thing about I don't think Hollywood invented aliens though, because it's been like way back in time. Like there's like our form of documenting things was drawing on walls, like our way back before all this technology and paper and stuff came out. They would draw on walls. That was their storytelling stuff. And there's like alien things on there too. Also the Bible. There's a lot of books that aren't in the actual Bible, like that we have. There's a couple of books that were left out because it really had nothing to pertain about the Son, the Holy Spirit, or anything like that. So there's different books and stuff, and they talk about beasts and beings. And if you read like in Exodus, like it talks about beasts coming to Earth and stuff. So I feel like aliens is kind of like
because people think end. Big heads, green kind of thing. You know, they could be like alien versus predator looking things.
It can be it can be anything. Like it can just not of this earth. And God Himself said, "We are not of this earth. We are of Him. Like we are of the Spirit." So I don't know. There's a lot of I do believe in God and all that stuff too. But I don't know. I feel like not believing in aliens is kind of like putting a cap on God. Like,
okay, I see
that. I'm like, He's like, my thoughts are not your thoughts.
Yeah.
Like he has the whole picture in his head. We're just like a little speck.
What if the aliens in the other world have their version of a Bible? Like God did it separately. Like we have our Bible and they have their holy Bible and stuff. It's like kind of maybe like what if the same exact story but aliens,
right?
Yeah,
a different
version of it. It's funny you brought up the books and stuff because when I was like thinking about all this during the week, I was thinking like why did God choose to stop where He stopped? In the Bible, like why? Because those were after Jesus' death. You know, most of the books left in the New Testament were written by His disciples and stuff. So I'm like, why did He stop there? And why like how crazy would it? Okay, I got a little scenario for you. God spoke to you. He's like, Phillip, it's God.
I'd be deaf.
True. Afterwards, you'd be deaf. After you understand Him. But Phillip, it's God. I want you to write a new book for the Bible. But you can't call it Phillip. It has to be government. William.
So I believe God is love. I believe that books back then are like podcasts. You feel it in your heart to make this podcast. I feel like that is God talking to you, like, hey, do this. Like he like, even if inadvertently, like you could be doing something and that's just like God like using you to do it. Because in the Bible it says God will use a rock to speak to somebody. So if somebody doesn't believe in God and they're like, if a rock falls off this cliff and falls on my horse, like I'll go do it. Sure enough, a little pebble tumbles, hits the horse, and they're like, oh, I'm gonna do it. God used the rock to send a message. Like I feel like if you feel it in your heart and if it's meant to be, it'll be.
Yeah, for sure. That's how I feel about the podcast and stuff like or anything I want to do for myself. I felt like God put it in my heart and I'm like, I'm gonna go for it. And if it doesn't work out, and if it's truly not from Him, then it just won't work out. You know what I mean? But I'm saying like,
so I feel like that's what the Bible is.
Okay.
Like, so that's why I feel like more books weren't created because of that.
Okay.
Because books were no longer a form of.
Okay, like I gotcha. Yeah. That was so long ago. That's true. Yeah. I guess there's like instead of books in the Bible, there's movies, there's cartoons and stuff like that. Not a lot, but like.
And they keep telling the same stories. Like I don't know. Like the Bible has its purpose. It's kind of like school. Like you go to school, you learn about these things, but once you go out into the field, you have the book to reference back to. but you're still inventing new things like as you go. So
Right.
I feel like we need to invent new ways to communicate God's love and God's
Yeah,
message to the masses
Mm.
via podcast or through conversations and stuff like that. Like, yeah, I feel like that's how God moves now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And if we don't keep using our resources and stuff like
Mm.
that to spread his love and his patience and kindness to the world, it won't keep spreading.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
You preach it right now. I was right. You got me. I was like, yeah. I was just thinking like,
So yeah,
I was just thinking like,
this is just my theory. I'm no.
no, I'm all for it. Like that makes more sense than I was just gonna say like if God just came up to you and was like, oh, write this book in the Bible. I was thinking of the crazy stuff people would say to you.
It's not. Yeah.
Like imagine that happened and
Yeah.
you started writing it and you're like,
Yeah.
God spoke to me to put an extra book in the Bible. Maybe not like after Revelation, but like, oh, put it between First Peter and something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Imagine the crap you would get from people, bro. They'd be like, "This is blasphemy,"
Yeah.
kind of thing. Like, holy boy! Imagine like
Yeah.
God actually spoke to you and stuff like that.
That's,
But people,
that's
there's
another
like,
thing. A lot of
yeah.
people aren't open to change.
Mhm.
Like if
Yeah.
somebody's like, "Oh, God put this in my heart," you're gonna have so many people like questioning it, and
Yeah.
like you're just gonna get bashed. Like, and a lot of people just don't do it. So yeah, but I don't know. I wouldn't consider it like like I don't know. I guess that's what preaching is.
yeah,
It's people's interpretation trying to change, not change, but shine a different light on God's word so
Yeah.
that it's understandable for the present day, for people in the present day.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's how.
So,
Yeah, for sure.
So I try to portray God's love by always being kind to people,
Yeah.
and patience and all that stuff. Of course, we're human. We do have our
Mhm.
times where we lose our patience and
Yeah.
we slip
Like
up and
that.
stuff. But
That's why there's God's love, there's His grace and stuff like that, and then
Yeah.
we move on from there.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyways, we can move
so
on.
yeah,
Aliens. Yes. No.
Yeah.
I still don't think no. I don't know.
I don't know.
It's just like
I think when
there's a lot of unknown to it. I think
when the end days come and the devil is ruling the earth, there's gonna be heck aliens all over the place.
the monsters he sends or the
Yeah.
aliens.
Yeah.
I guess because there's not like people call their own people aliens. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People call
True.
foreigners aliens.
Yeah,
So there's like
that's
now a true
Yeah.
definition of what alien is. So yeah, I guess you know what? Change my mind. Aliens, yes. You got me there. Okay. You want to do number 2?
Number 2,
This one we can do like a.
the government is corrupt. I don't think that's
That's not conspiracy.
That's not conspiracy. It's the truth.
This one's modern,
Yeah.
more recent.
Yeah. This was the submarine news cover up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the submarine that imploded under the sea with the billionaires.
So they're saying that the Navy SEAL knew about this.
Mhm.
The Sunday that it like aired on the news is they knew that the submarine
Yeah.
imploded. But then a lot of people are like they were just speculating it had imploded. They didn't have concrete evidence, so they didn't want to like confirm
Just
that
say
and
that.
say that. Yeah.
Imagine they were alive and they said that, you know.
Yeah. So I guess like that kind of merits truth, but at the same time, I don't know. A lot of things happened
Yeah.
and weren't covered and weren't.
Why not
like,
just say that from the
exposed as
get-go?
big. Yeah.
You don't have to say this is for a fact. They're just like, just sit and tell the truth. Just be like, we think it imploded already.
Yeah.
We don't know for sure, but let's,
Yeah.
you know, we're gonna find out kind of thing. You know what I mean?
We're still looking for hard.
Why
proof.
say?
Which I think they did say that because the first time I heard about it, they were like, they think the submarine went missing. They don't know what happened to it. They're still looking for it.
Yeah.
So it could be stuck somewhere or.
I guess there's levels to it, because from everything I've seen, I don't watch the news or anything, bro. I'm getting
me neither.
I'm
I
getting
don't watch
everything
the-
from the internet.
Yeah, same.
You know what I mean? So I could be getting some bull crap fed to me too. Like same. I mean, it's the same thing with the news.
Yeah.
But from everything from what I see, it was just they're floating under the ocean. They have like countdown to their death pretty much.
Yeah.
That was everything that was getting fed to me.
Yeah.
So I was like, that's what I
crazy.
thought. I was going through and be like, oh, they only got a few hours left to live until they run out of air and then they die, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that was the countdown timer.
Yeah.
That I was watching too. Yeah.
so that was just like, and then they found out they just like, oh well, it exploded or it imploded on themselves.
Yeah.
They've been dead, kind of thing. Well, that's what they think, you know.
But I don't know. it was just a lot of things happened that same week
Mm,
for it to be like to be coincidence. But then at the same time, a lot of crazy things happen in this world.
yeah.
Like a lot of things happen by coincidence in this world.
What do you think
So
about um them doing the trip in the first place? Because they're rich, they got money, they can do
yeah,
anything they want. I'm sure they done like
to be
everything on their
honest,
checklist,
if
and they
I
offered you an experience to go under this ocean to
I
go
would
touch.
go.
If I'm a billionaire, I'd probably think about it too. To
Yeah,
be honest, I mean, I don't
I
know.
would go
The
down there.
submarine itself, the ocean scares me. Period. So maybe
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't even like scuba
but
diving and stuff like
the
that.
ocean fascinates me, man. Like
Yeah,
if I could
it's too scary, bro.
to
You want to
go
talk about
down there,
aliens? There's
there's
aliens down
aliens in
there,
the
bro.
ocean. Yeah, for sure.
That's that. Sorry.
Octopus on their
Yeah.
own. Like, can you believe
Mhm.
that their brain controls the pigmentation in their skin? They have
Yeah.
like pigments in their skin are like sacs, and they open and close those to manipulate the light that how the light reflects off
Mm.
of their skin. Like it's insane.
It's insane, bro.
And their brain is like imagine having a billion like pixels on you
Yeah.
and being able to control the
Control,
pixels.
yeah.
Not only that, they control the texture of their skin. So
Mhm.
they can make their skin wrinkly or like soft. You know the muscle control
Yeah.
they have? Like their brains are
The ocean
so
is just
complex.
so vast, and
Yeah.
like we know nothing about it because we
Yeah.
cannot go down there.
Yeah.
I if they
Can you imagine?
presented
It's
me.
easier to, I'm sorry.
No,
It's
no, no, go
easier to
ahead.
get out into space than
Yeah,
go
yeah, yeah. That's what
under.
everyone
Like
was
it's
saying. Like, there's
crazy.
been more people in space than
Yeah.
where they were in the depths of the ocean, kind
Yeah.
of thing. It's like, well, there's a reason for that. Like,
Yeah.
which I get, but
It's
like,
dummy dangerous.
I'm stupid rich. If they showed me a bigger submarine that looked more concrete and safer, I would have been like, yeah, I'm going down there. And then if we still imploded it, well, that's what happens. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
probably would have went down there.
But I mean, you can run tests, especially with
Mm.
the technology that we have now. It would just be a lot of resources.
Yeah.
Because signal like radio waves and stuff like that don't
Mhm.
really travel all that well in water.
Yeah.
Like if you take your phone and you put it like in a waterproof case and you put it in the water, you're gonna lose signal.
Mhm.
Like once you get, I think it's like I don't know how the specific depth, but once you get to a certain depth, like you lose signal. So it's kind of hard to remote like a machine from that. So it's hard to do tests without
Yeah.
somebody actually inside of that submarine. So they can run
True.
numbers, math, and all that stuff. But every time you take a submarine down to those
Yeah.
depths, that pressure is gonna knock a bolt loose or something like that. You're basically gonna have to rebuild another
Oh,
submarine.
dang,
So
yeah.
one
The
submarine
money,
can
the
only be for one.
resources.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's gonna
So
be crazy.
it's so much like
Yeah.
freaking stuff. With the spacecraft, you go up in space, you come down, that's it. Like, but once you're out in space, like you're good.
Yeah.
You just have to worry about re-entry and getting out of the orbit. That's the only thing. Like going down to the ocean, the whole time
Yeah.
that you're down there, that submarine has to maintain that pressure and stuff. Not only maintain the pressure on the outside, but keep the pressure on the inside good too. Like
Yeah.
it's so complicated. Like it's insane.
I was
Like,
thinking
it's so
of
fascinating.
I was thinking of what crazy thing I could do to do a crazy thing. Like what can they offer me that would be like, you know what, I do that and it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like what if you were like the first person to jump out? You know how the Red Bull dude jumped out of space pretty
Oh,
much? He's like
yeah,
in a
he
pod.
free-dived,
What if they
yeah,
made
from
you do
space.
that? They offered you to be the first person to do that with with only a mask, just you and your boxers, and they offer you $2 billion to do it. That's too much money. Let's do
But I don't think you'd survive.
some.
You
Yeah,
have to
I was
have
trying
a
to think of something
spacesuit,
ridiculous
yeah. But I mean,
to reach a goal because they wanted to see the Titanic pretty much.
Yeah,
which
yeah.
is kind of it's rusty and watery and destroyed.
so if they make a submarine, if
There's an alien in space,
Yeah.
they want to take you to be the first person to see it, so you can
try
tell
to
the
communicate
world.
with it,
No,
yeah.
they're gonna take you there and be like, "This is what happened. You're gonna be the one that breaks the news when they come back to Earth."
Oh,
But it's on Mars,
on Mars.
so that takes a while to get there.
Yeah.
You know, you're gonna be there for a bit and back. You got to do the trip back and stuff like that.
So if I have my kids, and I know Sarai's gonna be taken care of, and if my kids are older, and Sarai and I are like
Mhm.
retired,
So you have to be old. You're pretty much saying you're gonna be old when you try to do this.
Yeah, I'm gonna have my.
So
my
you won't do
children,
it
I'm gonna
right
have
now.
my legacy. Right now,
They send you an email right now. They're like, boys, one of you guys, I'm not doing it. So one of you guys is gonna do it. The Hero Podcast. We want you there.
if I don't die up there when I land, Sarai is gonna kill me. I don't think Sarai would like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, she does not like the long distance stuff. Although
Yeah.
she did say if I became a
I mean, you won't be
trucker,
able to communicate. Let's be
she'd
real.
be okay if I became a trucker.
Mhm.
I could just be like, I'm a trucker now.
You don't think she'd understand? You'd be the
But a
first
trucker in
person.
space.
You're breaking the news to the
Yeah.
world. There's aliens. It's in Mars right now. We have it captive at Mars. You don't think she'd understand?
We'd be
You'd be
I'd
everywhere.
do it.
You'd be everywhere, bro.
I'd do it.
You'd risk
I would.
life or death.
Yeah.
There you
I
go.
would.
We solved it. They
would.
did it.
And I'd be like, if I don't make it, that money's going to my family.
You have to sign the consent form though.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
you're risking.
And
life
they
or
have
death.
to sign a consent form telling me that my family's gonna get the money if I don't make it.
You think the guys? They're not getting paid, bro. They lost. They sold.
Who
The billionaires.
submarine
Yeah.
rights, Well, I mean, they were selling the submarine rights.
True.
Yeah, it was out in Hawaii. They had like the thing. Their ad like leaked out,
Yeah.
and they made a meme out of it. Like it showed the Titanic like stuff.
Yo, the
submarine
memes?
thing. It
Rest
came
in
up
peace.
and-
Rest in peace to the billionaires, bro. The people on their shit. They're so sad, but like the meme people be making out of it, crazy. That'd be cracking me up.
People have no chill.
Yeah.
Man. Like it's insane.
And I'd be sitting there watching them laughing too.
It's bad. It's just funny though.
It
It's
is.
just it's ridiculous things. Like
Mm.
that's the whole thing of comedy. Like it's
Yeah.
like just out of pocket things.
Yeah,
like, that you would never
from
think
the
of. That's why it's
unexpected.
funny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
from the unexpected. Like you
Yeah,
never
so
coming
it's
into
like-
this year, you never
yeah.
think something like this would happen.
Yeah.
Like
It's all over the place too. Like come on.
yeah.
Oh, man, people are so crazy.
So you think the government lied about it, or we're keeping
Um,
secrets or hiding things, stuff like that?
I think they're trying to the news people are also trying to compete with the internet too.
Mhm.
So if on the internet that's what everybody's talking about, there's memes all over the place. They're gonna be like, oh, let's report on this so that people can actually tune in and
Yeah.
watch the news. Because nobody really watches the news anymore. I mean, back then our parents at this age, they were on the news.
Mhm.
Like that was their thing. But now, like nobody's on the news anymore. Like it's probably just the older people
Yeah.
and like a few young people who are like into the news, like atmosphere, like kind of thing. But I don't know. I'm not. It's kind of hard to prove that that they had that malintent
Mhm.
in mind. But at the same time,
I think they're just doing.
they should have I don't know. Me, if I was a news reporter or if I was somebody making like the news and stuff, I would be like, screw what the internet has. Like we're gonna be different. Why try to follow the mold? So I don't know. At the same time, it is kind of hard.
It's a
to believe
business.
that
They're
they
trying.
weren't-
They're trying to get as much attention on
that's
as
the
their
thing, though.
platform.
Yeah, they're trying to.
You know what I mean? I don't
Yeah.
think there's like really too much honest journalism out there.
Yeah,
You know,
which
nowadays
it should be because
it-
honesty is what people want. Like if you have like the honest
Yeah.
like facts and stuff.
that's what people
and, like,
want, but like that's
Yeah.
not at the end of the day. Sometimes that's just not what
calls
brings in the
attention.
money
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Attention
Yeah,
and
true.
money, you know.
Yeah.
So it's really rough.
You'd have to have crazy facts for people
Yeah,
to, like,
yeah, literally. You have to bring some crazy things to say.
Yeah. Yes.
We left off on Russian taking over the world. We'll move on past for that.
Yes.
Go America.
Miracle.
Um,
We gotta keep PG.
that was my favorite sound that was coming on. There was like a week where it was coming on, and the bald eagle sound. Oh
Yeah.
my god, that crap cracks me up every time. Anyways, conspiracy deaths number 3.
Yes.
We're gonna quick fire them.
Yes.
Well, nah, we're probably talking about it a little bit. Anyways, let's see who's famous people that died that maybe are not dead.
Yeah.
Tupac, is he dead?
Yes.
Yes. He's not in Cuba, living anywhere.
Unfortunately.
That's where
I
all
don't
the
think so.
famous people go to.
Yeah.
For some
to die.
reason. Yeah. They're alive.
Elvis Presley.
He's dead.
That dude is
That
dead.
guy's dead.
He's
dead.
ancient.
You know, he was on the toilet, right? When they found him.
For real?
Yeah, he couldn't poop or something.
That little greedy.
Yeah, I mean, it was drugs and stuff, but he
Yeah.
couldn't like poop, and he like
damn.
died from that.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Could you imagine
Your
being
final
constipated
words.
on the toilet?
Yeah. You're like,
And
that's
that'd
it.
be like, yeah.
That's it.
That would suck.
That's a bad death.
Yeah.
What else is out there? Did O.J. Simpson kill his wife? Yes.
Yeah. I think he released a book
Yeah, he did.
confessing to it. Yeah.
Oh, did he? I don't know if he confessed to it.
Because once you
I know a
go to
certain
trial
amount
for
of time.
something,
Yeah.
once they have a ruling, you can't go back to trial for the same thing.
Yeah.
It's insane.
And there's like a statute of time that you have to wait before you can do whatever pretty much about it.
But that's
He did go to jail
crazy.
for something else though.
Yeah.
But it was a while. I know he like got released.
I just find that a very dumb rule. Like that's basically,
Yeah.
if you can get away with it for long enough.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
you're good.
exactly. Yeah.
Like what?
And then you make a book and then you're
Yeah.
rich and then
That's how you make insanely good criminals.
that's crazy.
It's insane.
Just like you, OJ.
Yeah.
Imagine he's listening to this. He's
Right.
like, I'm gonna get these guys.
They're next. He's putting on his glove.
His glove. His glove doesn't fit though.
Oh yeah, it doesn't fit.
It don't fit.
He's putting on a little glove. That's how he covers it up. You know those little finger hands?
They're like little mittens
That's
for,
what he's gonna use to kill
for little
us.
kids. Oh man. Okay. Anyways, Casey Anthony, you remember this? Because she's from Central Florida.
Yeah.
You know how? Do you remember how big it was when you were younger?
Yes.
Like you're talking
it
about.
was huge,
Bro, everyone was talking
and she was
about
like
it.
always crying and stuff. She's like, I didn't
Yeah.
kill my child.
Even my parents who don't even like knew what was going on. They were like
Like-
on it every day.
How do you how do you not realize your child is missing for
Mhm.
that long? Like that was my thing. I was like, there's no way if a parent actually cares about their child is gonna let that slide.
Yeah.
Like that's not gonna happen. But at the same time, no, it's only 24 hours. After 24 hours, you have to call. Like that's
Yeah.
when you can call to report a missing person.
Mm.
So I don't know. It was insane.
It's crazy. I remember like
It was her. I vaguely remember. It was her parents, right? That called it in.
I think so. She released there's a Hulu documentary. There's a Peacock documentary about her, and I think she's in it, like talks
Yeah.
about it.
Let me.
And
look
she's
that up real
still, I
quick.
think supposedly I didn't watch it, but she's still like saying like, oh, I didn't do it and stuff like that. I have to watch it. I should have sent it to you and be like, yo, we should watch this so we can talk about it. But I remember it going when it was happening, how big it was being, because it happened here where we live. I had a physics teacher who like just randomly one day was like, yo, I taught Casey Anthony in school. Because I think she went to like East Ridge or something.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, I taught her. And she was just, like how she was as a character. She was like telling us and stuff. We're like, yo, that's pretty crazy. Did you find it?
Yeah. So it was somebody by the name of Cindy who had called because she hadn't seen Kylie for 31 days.
Jesus.
That's insane.
She killed her kid.
Yeah, that's crazy. Casey had it. That's another thing. She gave different explanations. To Kylie. She kept
I
trying
remember.
to,
Like she was saying that she was out because she said she worked at Universal, right?
Yeah.
And then she was like, "Oh, I was at Universal this day for my shift." And then when the investigators went to go talk to her boss, it's like, "Yo, she hasn't worked here in a while." Like she was lying about like where she was doing. And
How
stuff
did
like
she
that.
get off?
I have
with
no
that?
idea, bro. I don't know
That
if I
is
should.
insane.
I have the picture with the judge and stuff.
You took a picture with the judge?
Yeah, like years. Like this is like 2 years ago.
How'd you meet the judge?
He was just at this thing where one of our youth counselors, our old ones,
Yeah.
he was talking about, I don't know what the heck he was talking
Yeah.
about, but he was there talking,
Yeah.
and me and my brother,
Motivational speaking.
yeah, me and my brother were there for some reason,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Yo, that's the judge, the Casey Anthony judge." We're like, "What the heck?" It was, sorry, I'll bleep his name out. He's like, "Yo, let's take a picture with him." I'm like, okay. So I got a, I think I deleted it because it was just weird, too weird. Even though it's a jury that found her not guilty and stuff like that.
That's insane.
Yeah. She killed her, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, moving on.
If a stranger had to be like, I haven't seen your daughter like in 31 days, like where is she? And then you give her like different stories and stuff.
Yeah.
And then later on she admits like, yeah, I haven't seen her for weeks. Like, what? Like who reacts like that? As soon as you lose your child, you're gonna be like, hey, yo, keep an eye out for my kid. Like, I don't know where they're at. Like, I don't know. People are just insane.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah.
That was a big one. Here's do you remember this? This happened like in middle school.
Yeah.
The guy who was eating another dude in Miami.
Yeah, the bath salts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that was a video that was getting passed around in my class. Just same thing because it's happening in Florida.
Even, and then everybody was like, "Oh, zombies are gonna be coming
for
real." Yeah,
this
was when the Call of Duty zombies thing was big.
Same thing.
Too.
Like Walking Dead had just started like coming out and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Yo, it's actually happening." And dude was just on bath salt. It was crazy, like the things that happening here.
That's what I'm saying, man. A lot of things happen. Like, just it seems like a fake stuff, but then you're like, oh shoot, like this is real.
Maybe he was an alien. Maybe he's the alien that they say we have.
That's the alien. He escaped.
Yeah.
Then they just blame bath salts.
Yeah.
Because we're making our own conspiracies.
Exactly. They supposedly they shot him a whole bunch of times before he like died too.
Yeah, they shot him a couple of times.
Yeah.
Aliens are real. I rest my case. Case proven. That's my hard evidence.
We have the evidence. We have the videos.
We have evidence. Aliens are real people.
Who else? Who did we talk about?
Okay.
Casey Anthony, OJ Simpson. Did we say like Tupac? We said Tupac. Yeah.
MJ.
Is Michael Jackson dead?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, I think so.
Good riddance.
Did he?
No, I'm just playing.
Did he fiddle? Did he fiddle them boys?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh,
I'm gonna say yes.
I think he did too.
There's so many, like, there's so much evidence showing that people with a lot of power and money do absurd and insane things, and that is one of them.
It was too weird. It's so weird, bro. Like you saw the documentary? It's like Never.
Oh, Neverland or something like Inside Neverland.
Yeah. Bro, it's just
it's
weird
insane.
That he would like parents would let their little boys. I get
just
it, like
stay over, like
like live with him, bro, and just the kids, going in his room and them hanging out in the room and stuff. Like, yo, that's great. I can't imagine. I have a kid like, coming.
Me as an adult, imagine that. I don't like being around kids.
Yeah,
like, they're mad annoying as an adult. Like, if it's not my child, like, I think that's one of my fears of a kid too. Like, I have a kid and I'd be like, oh, I don't like you. Like, I really don't want that. So that's why I'm kind of like scared to have a kid too.
Bro.
But I feel like once you see that kid like out and like you're like, oh, that's a part of me. Like, I feel like that's not gonna happen, but it's still like in the back of my head, like, dang, like what if that actually like, because I've seen so many like parents out there who just don't care about their kids, and I'm like, that's another like, I guess, reason why. I don't know. There's just so many. Yeah,
I just don't get it. Maybe it's a white person thing.
Yeah,
because
I was gonna go out on another tangent. I had to stop myself.
It's just crazy,
I
bro.
had to just say I don't know. But yeah, it's insane.
You don't understand people's mentalities and stuff like that. Just not even the fact of him allegedly doing it or not doing it. I mean,
the fact that
he was proven not guilty. Like, so
the fact that he even came up is
exactly
insane. Like, you shouldn't put yourself in that position. I don't know. Like,
he did kind of sell himself. He put himself in a bad spot, whether he did it or not.
That's like, you have to sit back and you have to look at everything too, though. Like, he was at a point in his fame where he would have to rent out supermarkets
to go out
and shop to feel like a normal person.
He was like,
so that's probably why he was
celebrity.
So obsessed.
Yeah,
that's probably why he was so obsessed with being around kids, because kids don't care if you're a celebrity. They'll just have fun. They'll talk to you about insane stuff. They're honest. Not like people. You can't trust people if you're that famous. They're gonna tell you whatever you want to hear so you can give them money.
It's just crazy.
So
bro.
I don't know. Like, there's a lot of things into that. Like, that's. But I do feel like I don't know.
He fiddled one at least.
Yeah, because there's the Jeffrey Epstein stuff. Like,
oh my gosh, yeah,
that's insane. Like, they're human trafficking. Like, that stuff actually exists. Like, I don't know. I don't think it's far fetched. Plus, there's a bunch of crazy rich people.
Yeah,
like a lot of them, there's no way that you can morally get that rich. Like, there's no way.
Mhm.
I don't know.
I don't know. We don't understand. We can talk
Yeah.
on lighter things. Now that you brought up the kid thing, we can
Yeah.
talk about it.
Oh, the Jeffrey Epstein stuff?
No.
Oh,
you
okay.
you like not liking kids and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I'm having a kid.
I don't know. I just feel uncomfortable around kids.
So that was my thing.
Like, I don't know, because like you're always told like kids are like a sponge. Like they're always watching you
yeah.
and stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
they pick up things
You
like
gotta think, what tendencies do you have from your father? Do you think? Like, you're just like, dang, I'm just like my dad. Because I be
yeah.
checking
I do.
myself a little bit, and I'm like, dang, I'm my dad.
Yeah, a lot of things. Like, I find myself like whenever I go to a restaurant or like whenever I'm in a building, like where we're gonna be sitting for a while, I like to have my back towards a wall. I don't like people being behind me.
Oh, really?
And that's a thing that my father always
Yeah.
did. Like, every time we'd go to a restaurant or something, he'd pick a chair in the corner or somewhere close to the door. So if anything happens, like we're close to an exit or we can see it coming before it actually happens.
Yeah.
So
wow, I never thought about that.
And like subconsciously, like I don't even think about it. Like whenever we go into a restaurant or something, and they're like, "Oh, where would you like to sit?" I if I see like a place like by a wall or something, I'd be like, "There." Like, I wanna sit there.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's like there's a lot of things that. So I guess that's why I feel so uncomfortable around.
Yeah.
Kids,
So I had a
because
thing.
I don't see myself as a perfect person.
No.
Like, and
no one
I
is.
really don't want a kid. Like,
it's scary.
Yeah.
Let me tell you. Okay, so it's been like a month since we did a whole podcast, and I found out the gender of my baby. I'm having a little boy.
Yeah.
Let me go into the little process of it. I'm excited now, but me and my wife really wanted a little girl.
Yeah.
And we were looking forward to it. And like all the weird midwife tale things, it was leading towards that we're having a little girl. So I don't know if we just got our hopes up and stuff.
Yeah.
And then when we found out we're a boy, we're like, yeah, like we're happy. Because finding out the gender really makes it more real for us. Like, it made it more, I only speak for myself. I made it more real for us. We're like, dang, yeah, that's crazy. Like it's just like, dang, now we know we can plan better, pretty much. But just that whole day, we were kind of like, dang, we really wanted a little girl though.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure your parents were a little upset.
Yeah, I can imagine. They were happy at the moment, but I wonder if they had that same thought I did. Because after the whole day, and Nils and I, it was just me and her. We're like,
they were happy that the suspense was over. Yeah, but like in the back of their head, they're just like, dang.
Yeah.
When is our family gonna get their little princess?
Yeah, because that's how we were too. Because at the end of the day, we were home. It's late at night. It's just me and her. We kind of looked at it. We were like,
Axel, you should have been a girl.
Yeah.
No, I just
they tried, and I tried too. Yeah. Maybe someone else. Maybe the next one. Right. But yeah, we like.
I have a feeling number 2 is gonna be a girl.
I hope so. Yeah. I don't want to try anymore after that. Yeah. We tried, and then we just like looked at each other, and we're just like, it's okay. Like, we were kind of bummed, but we're fine. And then we got over it like the next day or two. But when I found out a little boy, that next day at work, when I'm just by myself thinking the whole time, like, I kind of had like an existential crisis. Existential crisis. Yeah. I'm kind of like, yo, I have this little dude looking at me like, and like, me as a person, I like myself. Yeah. But there's a lot of days where I'm like, yo, you stink. Yeah. And I'm like, how can I, like, just the thought of having a little boy and you have to mold him and stuff like that. And like, and I have to teach him how to be a man. Like, that freaked me out. Like, the whole day I was like freaking out about it, bro. Yeah. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? Like, what can I say? Like, the way I learned things for myself was a lot of it was from TV and like cartoons. No offense to my dad and stuff, but
same
like,
here. Yeah. I mean, but that was the era that we grew up in. Like, back then, it was work. Like, your parents were barely home. Like,
my dad. It
was.
Like, if I could take anything from my dad and stuff, it's how hard he worked to get where I am, to get us where his kids where he is. Because now he has 2 kids, both of them or three. I have 2 other brothers. He has 3 kids. 2 married and off at the house. 1 about to go to college and stuff like that. That he's able to help him with. Like, he's worked so hard and saved so much money and stuff. I've seen him make sacrifices. Like, when I reflect on it, it's like he killed. Like,
he's kept that minivan. For the longest time.
And before that, we had a little Corolla and stuff. We had that thing for like
the
16
Corolla.
years or something like that. Like,
Like, could you imagine like you driving around a beater, but your kid driving around this nice brand new car?
Yeah. Like I can imagine my kid right now
That's love,
driving my
man.
Corolla.
Yeah.
That would be like, he would be what? That'll be 16 years. I can't imagine my Corolla living that long.
Yeah.
so he's old enough to drive and stuff like that. Like, and my dad did that for us. Like, he kept the freaking cars. I've seen it, bro.
Yeah.
I've seen all the cars and stuff. Like, he was there for majority of all my games and stuff. He was there like most of the time, almost all the time. And if not, he'd drive us everywhere.
Yeah.
And he'd pick my friends, like my teammates up too, and he'd take them to the games because he's like, for some reason, the only one with a minivan.
Yeah.
So he would be called on to go stuff. Like, I've seen them make the sacrifices. My mom too, just working all day, and then she's cooking at the end of the day and stuff like that. Even she works in a nursery. Like, it's crappy. Like, she's on her feet the whole day, and she's a little tiny woman.
Yeah.
So I can't even imagine how she'd be feeling sometimes. So, but that's an adult. I reflect on that. But yeah, like it freaked me out. I'm like, yo, I'm having a son. Like, as a daughter, my imagination of having a daughter was just, hi, baby girl, how you doing? You look so beautiful and stuff like that. Was my imagination of a little girl. Now with a son, I'm like, yo, like, I gotta like get myself ready like as much as I can.
Yeah.
Before that, like, it freaked me out, you know. And I was like you. I went with a good amount of years where I'm like, I don't want no kids. I hate kids.
Yeah.
And it's because I've seen other kids, and I'm like, I do not like little kids. I don't think I want my own kids.
Yeah.
And I was okay with that for a while. But I knew at the end of the day, Destiny wanted to have kids and stuff, and then now we're having one. But it does change. Now I'm really excited to have a kid. Yeah. So it changes once you have your own. Not that I have it already, but like the feeling of having it. It's really exciting when you get all the ultrasounds and stuff. So exciting. And then, you know, you saw the onesie that we have over there. It's so freaking cute, bro.
Little toys and stuff.
Yeah, like it's so cute.
Every time we pass by like the baby section out at Target, I'm like, sorry, don't look.
Yeah.
Please don't. She's like, oh, it's so cute. It's a little
It's so cute, bro. Like, it's really exciting now.
Yeah.
Like, it just seems so much more realer, and you're like, okay, I know what I can do this and stuff.
But yeah. How would you feel about me being around your kid?
You?
Like, yeah, like babysitting your kids.
I'll be fine with it.
Yeah, okay. That helps me with me feeling about.
I'd leave my kid with you.
Yeah, okay. You're trusting me makes me trust myself.
Yeah, no, you'd be fine. Like, if like I get what you mean, because like I have a goddaughter, and I was iffy about being the godfather because I know my wife is amazing with kids. That's why they picked her. They didn't pick me for me. You know, I just happened to be part of the package.
Yeah,
they got stuck with me. And my beautiful goddaughter, she's amazing. She's beautiful. She's gorgeous. She's funny. She hates me. Yeah. And it's fine.
How do you know she hates you?
Well, she doesn't like anyone right now. She just likes her parents. She's and like some other little kids and stuff like that, and like her grandparents. Like she's with them everything. She's with them all the time. So it makes sense. And we're only there. We only pop up here and there. Yeah. And then, but whenever I come up to her, she's like, no, like run away and stuff like that. What, bro? She dropped something, and I saw her struggling to pick it up. I'll pick this up for you. Yeah. I picked it up for her. She's like, nah. And then she walked away. I'm like, you are fake. She tried my life. But yeah, like I you know, just that, even just being asked to be a godparent was like, oh, I don't like kids. Like I'll step up when I need to. Yeah. And now I'm all there. I'm all in. You know what I mean? But like just all that kind of. Oh, shoot. Sorry, did that again. It freaked me out. Like it's scary. It's scary at first when it comes to that. Whenever you decide to want to take that venture.
Well, I already got a plan set.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Hopefully everything works.
Your child's probably going to be a year older than ours.
Probably. It makes sense.
Oh, someone from work that works at Tika. I think you know them. Mm-hmm. I don't want to blast anybody's name out there, but I think you know the person. We used to go to church with them. Mm-hmm. They come by my desk and they're like, oh, like I saw Ivancito is gonna have a kid, and I was like, yeah, he's having a little baby boy. It's exciting. He's like, yeah. He's like, what about you? You're gonna have a kid soon too, right? You guys have to have kids around the same time. Yeah. And I was like, no, we don't.
You know what?
And I was like, yeah, give it a year. I was like, his kid's gonna have to be a year younger than older than my kid, because I was like,
Oh yeah, yeah.
it would
sure.
be amazing.
I mean,
for us
just
to have the kids in
just
the
physically,
same,
it has to be that way because you gotta wait a whole 9 months. All right, we got 4 months left.
Yeah, true.
But like, yeah, I get that. I also get the comparison of like, yo, you have to be. I do want everyone to have kids now.
Yeah.
I don't care if you have plans to live your best life out in the world. You have a baby, please. My baby has baby friends. Like, yeah, just the thought of that makes me happy and stuff.
Yeah.
So I get that. And of course, people are gonna come up to you and be like, yo,
True.
when did it?
You just gotta hang around the baby section.
Yeah.
At Target and stuff, and like look for the new parents like that are young around your age, like out in Claremont, and then make friends with them. Like try to make friends with them, and then like see how they are, who they are as a person. Be like, all right, I like their morals.
I gotta
like
have
their
Destiny.
values. I can have my kid. Yeah.
I feel like it's so hard for me. That's another thing of me. Like I hope my kids gets that part from my wife because she is so social and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And she's already I just blasted her name. Anyways, Rhodey's gonna be around. My mother-in-law, and she's the life of the party kind of person. Hopefully they get that from her. My kids, and they don't get like I don't want my son and if I ever have any other kids in the future to be scared of like the world pretty much because I was scared of like everything pretty much. I hope that doesn't get passed down. Like I hope I can muster up some courage too to be like, oh, I'm gonna do this, so do like this, and then outside by myself, like I can't believe I did that. I'm sweating and stuff. Yeah, those are like the things I'm like I'd be thinking about. Like what negative things can I pass around?
With me, I've been reflecting ever since you were like, oh, I have a kid. Like I've been reflecting on like, dang, how would you be as a dad?
Yeah.
Phillip? Like you gotta tighten up.
You
gotta reflect what you want your child to be when they grow up. So yeah, I've been like reflecting on that, and I feel like if you like communication, I feel like for me it was lack of communication.
Yeah, me too. That's why I went to like movies and TVs and stuff because my parents don't talk about themselves. Like I don't know too much about my parents outside of the time I've been alive. Like how they were as kids, how they were as teenagers. I know nothing about that. They don't talk about it at all.
Yeah. Exactly. I feel like as long as you like keep the communication with the kid and stuff, like they'll be social. Like you just get them used to talking. Because for me, I was the same way. Like we grew up basically the same way. It wasn't until I started working at Universal, at church too. When I started like talk a little more to the youth at church, that's when I was like, oh, like talking's not that bad. Like usually when I talk, it would be like, I don't have time for this. Don't talk to me. Like I'm busy. Like go do something else. So I was like, I always felt like shunned kind of, but it's not that. It wasn't that. Like I don't blame them for like shunning me or anything, but everybody's like in their own world. Like and they not only are they in their own world, but like they have work. Right after work they come home, they have to cook, they have to clean, they have to clean up after 5 kids. So like they can't sit there and listen to all 5 kids and stuff. Like it's too much. Like
is there something you have in mind?
The American dream of working like constantly working sucks because it takes away from the family dynamic. And then you have all these people out here with social anxiety and stuff like that. But it's like if they sit back and reflect and stuff, I feel like that's where my anxiety came from. And I feel like that's kind of the case with almost everybody who has like social anxiety. It's the lack of communication when they were like younger and growing up and stuff, I feel. Yeah. But at the same time, I'm not psychologist. I haven't.
I mean, it's gone to school for you're a little bit different because I see you more. You're a social butterfly. Yeah. You've been talking to anyone and anybody, bro, for a good minute.
Universal helped me out with that job at Universal because I had to talk to people, even though it was like a scripted stuff that got me to open up.
Walgreens got me out of it too.
It's okay,
a little bit because I was forced to talk to people to an extent. I never had to like here and there. I'll have conversations if they talk to me, but not too much. But it did help me out compared to how I was. Yeah. I was gonna ask like, what is it? You think there's something like specific that you're like, oh, I can't pass this down to my kid, kind of thing, like. Because mine's definitely the social aspect of it. I mean, there's other things too, obviously, but like that's a big one for me that I can name right off the top of my head.
A big thing. My procrastination.
Oh, yo, that's a good one. Yeah, because me
Procrastination.
too. I'm the same way.
My procrastination and
I'd be lazy.
fear to do stuff. Like I just want them to try. Like if they
Yeah.
want to do something, do it.
Mhm.
Like within reason.
Yeah.
But yeah. But if they want to do, just do it. Like don't be like, oh no, like this could happen, that could happen. A lot
Yeah.
of things could happen. Just go for it.
Yeah.
Like just try it.
And if
Like,
you don't like
yeah.
it, you don't like it. Like you'll
Yeah.
learn after that.
Yeah.
I do that with certain things. I wish that's really good because I agree. I guess it kind of ties in with the fear of it's not just fear of social, it's fear of trying things. Because I only played soccer. I wanted to play volleyball, I wanted to play tennis, I wanted to play basketball. So, I wanted to try so many things, and I couldn't get myself to do it, bro.
Yeah.
And I
same here. Like I wanted to play football. Like
Mhm.
a lot of the kids, they were like, "Oh, you should play football." I was, I think it was like 5'8", a freshman.
Yeah.
I was like 250 probably. I was a big kid.
Yeah, that's a big kid for freshman.
Everybody was like, "Yo, like,
Yeah.
start working out. Like you got a big build to you, like and stuff." And then they put me in weight class and stuff. And then the coach tried to get me to come out, and I was like, "Yeah, I'll come out." Never came out. I went straight to the bus to go home. Yeah. But that was another thing. Like my parents worked a lot and all that stuff too. So I don't know. That's
That's big.
kids are hard.
Yeah. It's a lot. It's a lot to think about.
And it's not my parents' fault either. They had to put food on the table and all
yeah.
that stuff too.
It's
yeah.
not. No.
Yeah.
They had to do their own thing, and then we learn from that. You know, we take what we can from them, and then we'll apply it to ourselves, kind of thing. Yeah. We put a little mix to it because I'm definitely I have aspects of my parents and stuff that I like to do, but I definitely am not like them to an extent. Yeah. Anyways, we can move forward from there. Last segment of the day.
Okay.
Our ranking.
Oh yeah.
We are gonna do
ranking of the week.
Our favorite places to eat.
All right.
Top 3. This doesn't have to be like fast food or anything. If it is, it is. But wherever you just love to eat. Start from 3. 3, 2, 1.
3, 2,
yes.
1. Okay.
3, 2, 1. I can go first if you're not ready.
Yeah, go first.
Okay.
I'm gonna think a little bit.
I'm a little conflicted on my 3. I'm going 3A, 3B. 3B, Subway. I love a good sandwich. I don't know why, but I really
prefer Subway over Pub Subs.
Yes. Public subs
is because of the speed, like
that too. And
okay,
I used to order pub subs a lot when I worked at Walgreens, and they'd never be ready. I ordered them like 45 minutes ahead of time too.
Yeah,
and I get there. It's so annoying. And Subway, I just love Subway. I don't know why. I do. I love sandwiches.
Yeah. Did you go there a lot as a kid?
Here and there, yeah, a little bit. I wouldn't say a lot.
Okay,
but
so it's not a nostalgic thing.
It isn't. It's just I really like it. Now, even bro,
it always smells fantastic.
It's great.
There, though. It feels fresh.
I don't know
every time you walk in.
It is. I don't know what it is why people wouldn't really like it. I get it. Like maybe it's not as fresh as what it says, but it's just ham and cheese in the refrigerator. Like, like what do you expect? But I just love it, man. I go there, especially with the apps. The best thing to ever be created are like restaurant apps.
Yes,
bro.
It's amazing.
I get buy one get one half off footlong.
Yep.
I get 2 footlongs, bro.
No, bro.
Yeah. I think right now is buy one get one free because it's 4th of July sale thing. Sponsor me, Subway, please. I love you so much. I changed mine. You're 3. I was gonna put McDonald's 3A. Freak you, McDonald's, unless you want to sponsor me too. Sorry, we're back. Like I was saying, McDonald's, I love you. Just consistent. You know the biggest McDonald's in the world is the one on iDrive.
Yeah,
I did not freaking know that at all, and
that thing's massive.
It's big. And last time I went there, they weren't even. It wasn't like refurbished or anything.
Huh?
Nah, it was still like they were still like making the top. Like solely the top is the arcade, right? There's like an arcade in there now.
Yeah, that is refurbished for me.
No, it is.
Back
I haven't gone in years, bro. I haven't gone back there in years.
They used to have like this arm wrestling thing. They used to have like ping pong.
I think I've only been there once ever.
When you were a kid, I used to.
No, I went like when I was 24 or something.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
That was the only time.
I think we were there. It was a group of us. Yeah, that was the last.
Group.
That's the first and only time I think I've ever been there. Yeah.
Bro. Oh shoot. Well, yeah, they have like a whole Dave and Buster's thing going on.
Yeah.
Like you get a card, you go up there, you do all that stuff.
I
they
know.
have pasta. You can order pasta.
That's what I hear. I see it
pizza.
popping on TikTok. I'm like, yo, that's literally right there.
Yeah.
Anyway,
a lot of stuff. No. But yeah, that was my family used to always come up to go to Disney,
Uh,
Universal, and stuff. They live out in Fort Myers, so whenever they would come over, they would always like rent hotels on iDrive and stuff, and we'd always go there like
Dang.
to meet up with them to have lunch or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
I never knew that.
going out there,
I'm like, there's no way this is the biggest one. Anyways, yeah, McDonald's it's just a constant. The breakfast, lunch, everything, love it. But yeah, that's my number 3. You got a number 3, or should I finish mine?
So my number 3 is Taco Bell.
Whoa,
It's either Taco Bell or Wendy's.
Ooh, okay,
Yeah,
interesting.
those are my 2.
What's the goal? You get the same thing every time you go to those places?
So yep. So Taco Bell, I usually get the crunch wrap, the meal, and I switch out the hard taco for soft taco.
Okay.
Or if I'm balling on a budget, I do their it's a cheesy. They always change the name. It used to be the cheesy double beef cheese burrito.
Okay, yeah, I know you're talking
but
about.
now it's like a beef burrito crunch or something like that. And then the chicken chipotle.
Okay.
Their value menu.
Yeah.
So I get one of each, and then I call it a day when I'm balling on the budget.
Taco Bell's my experiment restaurant.
Yeah.
The only thing I get all the time there are nachos. I get nachos Bel Grande every time, and then I'll get something else.
Yeah.
Whatever they're promoing, I always be trying their promos.
Oh, dude, their promos are amazing.
Yeah.
I think that's another reason why I like it so much, because they actually have like
They change things.
I like trying new things.
Yeah, on the
they always
constant.
have
They're the restaurant
new
that
things,
always trying things.
Yeah,
And I always am there.
it's amazing.
Why
That's my
Wendy's
number
though?
3. Wendy's because it's ye old faithful.
Mm.
Them fries are good. The ice cream is amazing.
Once they introduced the 4 for 4, that changed.
The 4 for
that
4
changed my life.
Changed the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then now they have the biggie bag. They no longer have the 4 for 4.
It's like one sandwich in there, right? Yeah. They used to have a lot.
But McDonald's, they're coming for them. If you have the McDonald's app, they have the $4.99.
Oh yeah, the whole
meal.
thing. Yeah, I'm all in.
It's great.
Yeah,
I had it for lunch and I couldn't even finish it. I was like, "This is so much food."
Yeah,
and I was like, "A small fry. I don't want small fries. I want a large." And then like I was halfway through the meal and I was like, "Yeah, small fries." Yeah. I usually leave like a chicken nugget or something. Like I feel sick after a while. That's the only thing I don't like about McDonald's. Like,
okay,
my stomach
I had
doesn't
McDonald's
like
this
it.
week and I felt guilty afterwards.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dang it. And I was sad.
I don't know. I always feel like sluggish. Like I always feel like after I eat McDonald's, I don't like it. Like and if I have too much of it, like it's just
I get that.
I don't know how I used to.
Wendy's
do that
does feel like a little bit cleaner because the meals are too expensive.
Yeah.
Just the regular sandwiches. So I always get like a 4 for 4, so I'm spending less money, so the burgers are smaller.
Yeah.
So I don't feel as bad as I do when I eat at McDonald's when I get a Big Mac,
quarter pounder,
Yeah.
Big Macs. And then they have the buy one get one, so it's not just one.
Yeah,
Big Mac.
yeah. I get a quarter pounder. I get the chicken nuggets, 10 piece.
Yeah.
And then I have to get fries
that.
and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, I get that. I respect that.
Yeah.
You have a number 2?
Number 2, I'll let you do your number 2.
Number 2?
I'm still thinking of
Number
my
2. This restaurant has a special place in my heart, and they've done me wrong so many times, and I keep going back. They're like a toxic girlfriend. It's Chipotle. It's Chipotle, bro. I freaking love Chipotle. They're like
Chipotle's
so close
great.
to being my favorite restaurant ever, bro.
Yeah. I'm feeling
love-
bougie now.
Yeah,
Okay.
I have a better restaurant for
Okay.
number 1.
Yeah.
But dude, Chipotle I love so much, dude. Like I could eat there every day, I think.
Chipotle is great.
Like
Sarai brought some Chipotle home yesterday. She called me and she was like, "Do you want Chipotle?" And I was like, "Yeah."
yeah.
I was like, "Heck yeah."
If Destiny ever says anything about Chipotle, you might say like, "You want to get Chipotle?" Like, of course, I always want Chipotle.
So I'm gonna tell you off screen because I don't want everybody out here using my cheat. But there's a cheat out there to get a good like bowl,
Yeah,
and not pay extra for a good side. I'm gonna share that secret with
we'll
you.
talk afterwards.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And then close friends, if y'all want to know the secret too, y'all can tell me. But I don't want to put this out there and then it becomes.
if you know
like
any
a big
tips and
thing.
tricks, send it in there.
Tips and tricks, yes. Please leave
For
comments
anything, for
of
any
tips and tricks.
And tell
for
you know what in the
restaurant.
comments. Yeah, we
Yes.
should do this. Good job,
Yeah.
Phillip. Yeah. In the comments, tell us your favorite restaurants and if you got any tips or tricks to make our lives better. Anyways, yeah, Chipotle.
Well, not just our lives, all of our
Our lives. Share the wealth.
Share
the wealth.
You know what?
Yeah, you
in
spread
the
your
name of
words.
spreading
Spread the word.
The word. So okay, so what you're gonna want to do
Mhm.
is in the app they have an option to choose half protein.
Yeah.
So
I do
look
half
at
and
the
half.
prices for the protein.
Yeah.
Oh, you already do.
I do
it?
half and
Yeah.
half for
All right.
everything.
So what I do is I put half and half for the protein, but I make sure that the prices are the same
Yeah.
because they always charge you the more
Yeah, yeah,
expensive
yeah.
one. So yeah. So what I do is my chicken al pastor because
Oh, okay, yeah. That's
good.
new. That's new.
Yeah,
You bought it.
and
You
that seasoning is
Mhm.
good.
Really?
And then I get the carnitas.
Okay, yeah.
Carnitas, with
Carnitas are
the-
fire, bro.
and then with the carnitas, since it's like pulled pork,
Mhm.
they can't just grab half the scoop
Yeah.
because then all the meat falls out. You have to get a full scoop. So you get a full scoop of carnitas, and then you get the half a scoop of the al pastor. And then when it comes to the rice, don't get rice. Put rice on the side.
Okay.
So then
Interesting.
when they're filling it up, that rice isn't filling it up. So they put a good amount of meat in it. And then that leaves room for more lettuce. And then I like beans. I love beans.
I love
so
the
I
beans.
get extra beans
I do too. Yeah, all the time.
with
Yeah.
and then that leaves room for more beans, more protein, and more corn.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay.
So always get your rice on the side and get the
Yeah.
half and half protein. That's the tip.
Yeah. Chipotle, I love, bro.
Yeah.
They've messed up my orders so many times, and I
Yeah.
keep going back every time, bro. I just love their food so much.
Yeah.
They're stingy with the thing. I get it. They have to provide for everyone, so I get it. But it'd be pissing me off, bro. They put a lot of rice. I'm a big bean dude. I love the bean, but it's like one tiny scoop of beans and the big old scoop of rice. It pisses me off. So
I don't like rice like that either.
Yeah.
Like I've had rice too much growing up. So yeah.
And I've tried like their competitors like Qdoba and stuff like that.
Qdoba,
that's not it, bro.
They don't have the flavor.
They don't.
Like,
I try like, bro, right now,
flavorless.
this is bad. I'd be spending money like this, but I'll do a bowl and I'll eat that bowl, and I'll order a burrito and I'll save it for later.
He's tripping.
So
I struggle.
That's my meal.
Bowl.
No, that's my later. That's my later meal.
Okay.
That's my later. Literally, like if I had that for lunch, I'll have dinner, my Chipotle burrito.
Okay.
Or no, I'll eat the burrito and then I'll save my bowl for
lunch.
Yeah, for dinner. Yeah. That's how much I love it, bro.
So, dude, I think you just made me change my mind.
Wait, what was
We have the same number 2. My number 2 was gonna be Chili's, but Chili's has been slacking lately.
Yeah.
Because Chili's, that's always like whenever we like have a movie date or something, like we either stop at Chili's or Outback.
Apps are the appetizer's good, bro.
Yes.
The soup and stuff. Rolls. Oh my gosh, yes, so good. Their cheese and bacon soup, cheese and bacon potato soup. Yep. Love that. The queso, love that.
Yep.
I only get that when they got the free app on the app, free appetizers on the app. Yeah. I love that. The thing with Chili's for me is just a little. I can't decide on a main.
Oh, okay,
that's my thing. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I like what I like is their burgers, but I don't like their fries. Yeah, that's the thing.
See, I was in my head. I was like either Chili's or Super Saiyan.
Oh, really?
I don't really go to Super Saiyan. Back then, I used to go really often.
Really?
Yeah, because I used to work.
I still don't think I've ever been there.
No.
Nah,
dude.
I don't think so.
No.
We tried once. I remember we tried once, but they had reservations only. I think it was during COVID. Yeah. And we were just like, oh, they can't let you guys in because we were just walking in.
Or they probably ran out because they everything's fresh. Mm-hmm. Everything's fresh at Super Saiyan. So if they run out of, they buy ingredients for that day.
Yeah.
And once those ingredients are done, they're done.
You love it that much?
Yeah.
Dang,
we
gotta go.
It's good. It's so good. I get the miso base soup. It's like a bean paste soup broth, and I get the chicken or steak.
Yeah. So if you generalize it, it'll be either Chili's or ramen as your number 2.
Yeah. Okay. No, but no longer Chili's.
Okay.
It would be.
You're going to Chipotle now?
Yeah. It's either Chipotle or because I go to Chipotle very frequently.
Yeah. That's kind of how I do list, like what I love and like the frequency of how I go to, because I'm going there like a lot. Yeah. Do you have a number 1?
Number 1.
My number 1. This restaurant. It's a beloved of mine. I don't even think you sponsor people, but please. It's Kobe's. Kobe's Japanese Steakhouse.
How's that? We only go once a year.
And that's my favorite time of the year. Literally my favorite time of the year, bro.
Dude, I am going to change your outlook on. Well, no, because you get shrimp and all that stuff too, right?
Sometimes I usually I'll do steak and chicken.
Yeah. Kobe's is great.
I love Kobe's so much, dude. That we have like a little tradition because it's funny that my son's getting born literally around when my brother and my birthdays are.
Yeah, that is crazy.
We usually do because I'm born 4 days apart from my brother. Well, he's 4 years younger than me, but his birthday is 4 days before mine.
Yeah.
So we'll have, and it's usually like he's Thursday and I'm Tuesday or something like that. So we'll always share a weekend and we'll go to Kobe's together. With everyone. We'll celebrate our birthdays together. And my son is meant to be born like a week before me. So his due date's like 4 days before my brother and 8 days before mine. So like, dang, now we got 3 people to celebrate, which excites me. I'm like, oh, we gotta go to Kobe's for 3 people now. They get to sing. We get the little hats. Me, my brother, and my son. So I find that so fun. But that's like a big part of why I love Kobe's, because just that every time we get to go with my brother and stuff, like that's cool. And you get to invite everyone, like, yo, come to Kobe's and stuff. Yeah. The times that my favorite like thing of Kobe's is not even it's hibachi, if anybody didn't know that. Yeah. Have you gone and not done this hibachi? Yes, we have. We done it together. We done it with them. That's my best. I love that, bro. We just go there. They bring the food out so fast and stuff.
Dude, I have to take you to this. So close to my job, there's a hibachi place. It is so good.
Really
so good.
Always down to try.
Their chicken, they cut it like thin slice.
Yeah.
So when they cook it on the skillet, it comes out crunchy. Like it has a little crunch. Oh, it's just so good. And they make the yum yum sauce in house. Oh. My mouth is watering right now. So much. But yeah, it's good. That place is good.
Ooh, man. Let's think about it. It's so exciting.
We're gonna have to go there.
We have to go one day soon. We have a lot of things to try.
Yeah. And then
Kobe's Japanese Steakhouse, #1. I love you. You brought me favorite memories with me and my wife and my family. Love you so much. Thank you for existing. I did stab a lady in a fork. Do you remember that on accident? Like I poked her with a fork. Yeah. I gave her like a $20 tip too that day. I don't know. I did the Spanish thing. I was talking to my hand. So I was like, and her hand was right there. I was like, oh, she didn't react or nothing. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I tipped her so nice after that though, because I felt so bad the entire time. Anyways, your favorite restaurant that you just love to go to. Favorite. It could have a nostalgia. It could be have a special feeling in your heart. Great memories. Great food.
I don't know. I want to say Texas Roadhouse.
Okay.
But it's just the bread though.
Dang.
I can't choose my favorite based off of bread.
Yeah. I get that.
I can't.
I get that. You must love that bread though if you're thinking about it. Yeah.
That bread is so good. It's just I've never had that. Like I've never tasted a bread like that anywhere else. that's the only if you want that bread, you have to go to Texas Roadhouse.
Okay.
Like I haven't had that bread anywhere else. It's so good. But I don't. So there's a restaurant in Puerto Rico that my father-in-law took me to.
Yeah.
I want to say that one's my favorite. Even though I've only been once.
Really?
But
wow.
If I lived out in Puerto Rico, I can see myself going there almost every day. It's amazing.
Do you know the name of it?
I do not.
Dang.
I don't even know the name of it, but it was great. Like the ambience, like
random restaurant in Puerto Rico.
Yeah,
you're goated.
Next podcast, I'm gonna figure out this name, and I'm gonna
figure it out. Text me. I'll put it in the edit.
Okay, yeah,
I'll put it in the edit.
I'm gonna send you a recording of my voice saying it, and then when I say, you're gonna have my mouth saying like, I don't know, and then it's gonna be me saying the actual restaurant. It's gonna be.
Okay.
We're gonna have a what is that? A dub.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
We're gonna have a little dub moment.
Okay.
But yeah,
Shout out.
yeah.
What is it you love about it though? Just
Dude, it was great.
Mhm.
So, they have a kitchen that's in like it's kind of like a mobile home
Mm.
kind of thing, but so you have the whole kitchen set up in there, and like the price for the food that you get a lot of food, and it's not only a lot of food, it's so good.
yeah.
So they have something. They have you know what a mofongo is, right?
Yeah. Love
So
mofongo.
it's mashed for those who don't know, it's mashed plantains,
Things. Yeah.
and they form it into like a ball. They put pork skin, like the
Like wow.
how do you
I'm
say
blanking
that
on
in
it too.
English? The
I know what it is, but I can't say it. I don't know.
like deep fried pork skin.
rinds.
Yeah, pork rinds.
Pork
Yes, that
rinds.
is the word. Okay. So they put pork rinds in it and they fry that. So it's like it's just so good. And then they have something called a trifongo.
Oh.
So they have I can't remember what it is though. Like what the other what the other two things are, but it's the
They had something
plátano,
more.
yeah, and two other things. I think it's yuca and something else. But it was so good.
Okay.
And then like they serve you a big amount, and then like everybody there, like you just feel like
Good times.
yeah, you
Good
just feel like they
vibes.
have a good customer
Yeah.
service too. Like they're always there. They're like, hey, do you want to refill on that? Like stuff like that. Like they pay attention, and they will stand there and have a full on conversation with you while they're taking your order. Like it's amazing. Yeah, it was a great
Shout out you.
Yeah.
Insert name here. Anyways, we've been doing this for too long.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for listening to the first episode of the Hero Pod. We're back. Every Thursday, the episode's gonna be out. I'm committing to that. We're recording this on Friday. I got 6 days to edit everything. We'll be fine.
We have a little sponge coming out here. We have to start setting examples.
Exactly.
Being consistent.
On Thursday, the episode will be out. Thursday mornings, episode will be out on YouTube, on Spotify. So like, comment, subscribe, say nice things, review, put a review 5-star. Even if you don't listen to it on Spotify, just go there and give us a 5-star review. Make us look good. If you hate us, say you hate us, but leave a 5-star review. Anyways,
you can leave a 1-star.
No, don't do that. I want good scores only. Thank you for everything.
But yes, please do say if you guys don't like us.
Yeah, and tell us why.
Yes, tell us why.
Thanks.
So I cannot care.
I really won't, to be honest. Anyways, thank you guys for listening. Thank you, Phillip. New episode.
Thank you.
Next week.